Hey guys, so today we are talking about the dumbbell upright row. What do we need to know about this? Well, first of all, because the weight is outside the line of our body, so we will be pulling up from this position here, we want to make sure that our entire body is nice and rigid and tight, because if it is not, then the load will transfer away from our shoulders and into other muscles. And that will defeat the whole purpose of the exercise if that's the case. So what muscle are we trying to target? We're actually trying to target mainly our medial head of our deltoid. So when we are coming up, we want to pull up through the elbows and make sure that we are opening our chest up, or taking the dumbbells out nice and wide, almost as if we're starting here and coming out on a V shape. What we need to make sure that whilst we are doing this exercise, that we are not getting into plantar flexion, we are not using our knees to jump up or our hips to push forward, because again, if we lose that rigidness, the load will transfer out of our deltoids and into our traps and other areas of our back and our muscles. Right, so let's discuss what it is that we are trying to achieve today. We're going to screw our feet in, lock our knees out. That way then we can't get up on our toes, nor can we bend our knees, lock them out, push our hips forward. As you can see, when I'm in this position, it is no different to our normal dumbbell bent over row. We want to make sure that we pull our shoulder blades back and down. If we don't, you can see how my posture is already off, and as a result of that, if our foundation is shocking, the rest of it will follow. So when we do this exercise, we want to screw our feet in, lock ourselves out, and stand up nice and tall, shoulder blades back and down. Remember, by stabilizing our scapula, we are going to get a bigger and better contraction through our deltoid, and when we do that, we're going to get more bang for our buck and grow at a faster rate. So again, screw your feet into the ground, lock your knees out, hips forward, shoulder blades back and down, and we're going to create that V-like pattern by pulling our arms up and our elbows out. You can see that the dumbbells are finishing just below my pec line or in line with my nipples. That is as far as the contraction will go, and if you think about it, it makes sense. The deltoid originates up here and inserts into your humerus down there. The purpose of the deltoid is to go and bring this point closer to that point. Now, by doing that to this height here, I have contracted as much as I possibly can through the medial head of the deltoid. Any higher, and I start to shrug and create scapular elevation, which means that my back and down is off. So when we do this, I want to make sure that when we are pulling up, we're coming to as high as you can feel it through your deltoids, but not any higher. If you lose that tension, you're not going to grow. We'll go through this one more. So again, screw your feet in, lock your knees out, push your hips through, squeeze your hips on, shoulder blades back and down, and we're going to create that V-like pattern. And we're up, and we're pulling through that medial head. And that there, team, is how you do a dumbbell upright row.